Hello, it's Luke Voulgarakis here from LV Life and welcome to your quick tarot for week commencing the 24th of February 2025. Now, as always, we're going to do 3 general energies cards and then you can fast forward to your sun, moon and rising signs. I always recommend watching all 3, and if you don't know your sun, moon and rising, you can just pop that into Google and then somewhere will come up to help you figure out what that means. Astro.com is a personal favorite of mine. Now, let's see what we've got for our general energies. Right, 4 of Swords. We begin here with some rest and relaxation. Perhaps life has been a bit challenging. Perhaps you've had a few battles thrown at you. But perhaps also right now, nothing is actually being thrown at you right now. And so you want to take that time to retreat, to sit back, to reflect, to pause, to process all the stuff that you do in your downtime that then helps you get stronger for future battles, because life's always like this and there'll always be stuff. And battles don't even need to be bad. Some battles are really good. Some challenges are amazing. They uplift you, they're exciting, they push you, they stretch you, they bring you new things. So it doesn't have to be bad stuff. But you just need to stop and rest and pause. Perhaps think about some of the stuff from the past. What lessons have you learned? What does that help you to figure out that you want to aim for in the future? Like, just rest, retreat, reflect, all the things that begin with R. Okay, and then we've got this reversed tower. So the tower is when everything comes crashing down, right? And then we don't know what to do. Life is a mess. We're in the rubble. We don't know where to go, what to do. We can't see the road ahead. But this reversed tower, the dust has settled. The path is becoming clearer. You're getting better sight now. You're starting to understand that the tower that you previously had didn't work for you. But the new tower that you have the opportunity to rebuild, you can build in your own way. You can build in alignment with your own views, values, beliefs, what feels right for you. And so it's the planning of the new tower. It's the taking time in the resting and the retreating to figure out what you want that new tower to look like. So it's that, just really focusing on what you want your future to look like. You know, get action planning, make a vision board, just write stuff down, just like really start to hone the idea of your life in the way that you want it, create the shape. And then we've got this 9 of Swords reversed. And again, look, we've kind of got this really clearly twice. Look, there's bed-bound people with their swords. But this one is weeping in their hands, but it's not weeping from stress or overwhelm. It's weeping from relief. It's like a big exhale. It's like, oh, thank God it's no longer happening. Thank God it's over. It doesn't mean that you don't still have things to process, but that again is in that reflection, is in that retreating. But you really, really need to stop, like stop and just be. It really will help inform your new tower. If you just stop and be, that is what is going to give you the clarity that you need to move forward later. Okay, that's your general energies. Now let's see what we've got sign by sign. And as I said, your general energies is one thing, but you really want to connect it with your sun, moon, and rising so that you get a full, clear picture. So in the description of this video, you can see the timestamps for those sun, moon, and rising signs to get the full picture for this week. All right, Taurus. Taurus, it's the 10 of Wands. You're nearing the end, like completion, like really starting to understand what it's all about. This reverse position of the Wands is not necessarily about the physical, but it's that mental clarity, that kind of really recognizing why was it happening all for you, not to you. So really starting to finally recognize what the hard work was all about, what was in it for you, where has it led you. Maybe it's like a light bulb moment or an aha moment, or this realization that it all led you to where you're meant to be. Okay, Virgo. Virgo, we've got this 8 of Cups reversed. You need to get really strong. So strong in your self-worth and your self-belief and your boundary setting that you can turn your back and you can walk away and you can go exploring without fear of something happening behind your back, right? Without fear that people will talk or judge or not support you. Like, it's time to let go of fear and step into strength. Like, you really want to get really self-assured and secure, so that you're safe to then go and do whatever the frick you want. Frick, that's a good word. I haven't said that for a long time. Okay, Capricorn. Well, sorry, Capricorn. I'm just throwing cards all over the place. Let's see what we've got, Capricorn. Page of Pentacles reversed. Look at his fabulous mini dress. Oh, I love a page. It's really time for you to start over. But not from scratch, but start over from experience, where you can really start recognizing who you are, what you're worth, what you believe, what your conditioning was versus who you are now. And like, really start over and start bringing stuff into fruition that's in total alignment with you, right? And not settling for anything else. Like, play the long game with everything. Like, really make decisions based on, do they feel like, if you make a decision, that you're acting in integrity, that you're acting with your higher self and your future self in mind. So really make decisions this week that are in absolute alignment with you. Okay, Sagittarius. Oh, that jumped out. King of Pentacles. All right, we've got the King of Pentacles. Try not to get overwhelmed, Sagittarius. You're in the position that you're in now because you're meant to be there. Perhaps you've got a lot of responsibility on your shoulders, but you're meant to be there. You know, people believe in you, people trust you, people look up to you. They know that you can do it. But do you know that you can do it? You can, as long as you don't let it overwhelm you. And so maybe it's time to be pragmatic this week and take action that means that you can succeed as long as you delegate X, Y, or Z, or as long as you revise your services and manage people's expectations. You can do it, but you've got to be really pragmatic so that you don't get overwhelmed. All right, Leo. The Death card reversed. Right, Leo, the thing I love about the Death card, right, is the two towers in the background. We already talked about this tower energy in the general energies. So this is your transition from your old tower to your new tower. You are saying goodbye to the old version of you, right? And that's the important part. Not necessarily your old life, but the old version of you. And you're only taking the new version of you to your new tower, meaning you have to make sure that everything that you agree to is in alignment with this new version of you, that is in alignment with this future vision of your tower. So you are letting go of the old and accepting, welcoming, and embracing the new version of you. All right, Aries. The Star, the rebirth. And that's funnily enough, we had the Tower and the general energies. The Star is the card that comes after the Tower, right? It's the rebirth. So you really want to be leaning into your absolute authenticity this week. Like, really, that nudity represents vulnerability. Like being really open and honest and exposed and real and all of that's very vulnerable. But it's so important because it makes you start again from a real place of authenticity, a real place of integrity, and a place of realness. And so the other part here is that she's pouring from the water and the land, like she's nurturing all aspects. So she's not just like all headstrong onto one thing, she's making sure she's looking after herself from all angles. And so that's a big part of this. So perhaps you need to spend this week just managing people's expectations, being like, I'm not going to do this because it takes up too of my energy, my worth, my time. And I've got other things that I need to prioritize as well. So I need to make sure that I'm looking after myself holistically and having those conversations with people, because that might feel vulnerable, but it's also very real. And you know, if someone gets mad at you for being honest, then they're not really meant to be in your life, right? They're not meant to be part of your new tower. So yeah, maybe you just really need to step into that honesty. Gemini. The Two of Cups reversed. You can see here one person reaching towards the other, like extending their hand out. I always feel like this is the extension of the olive branch. But I feel like in this reverse position, it's you. Maybe you're reaching out to somebody that you haven't been in contact with for a while, or you're reaching out to even a new connection, or you're just reaching out to fricking make something happen with someone, right? And it's time to do that. It's time to reach out. It is time to start bringing what you feel inside into the outside world. All the hopes, dreams, the wishes, desires, things you're too afraid to say, like all of that now needs to go on the outside. It's time for you to reach out to the person or people that you want to make that stuff happen with. But I feel like it's the divine time, because we've got this winged character here, this kind of angel-looking lion. And meaning that, you know, this is the time, like on your timeline, like it's now when you're supposed to be doing that, supposed to be stepping out there and getting real with the world. All of the inside stuff becoming your outside vision, you know, your outside world, bringing things into reality by taking action, but by taking action with the right person or the right people. Okay, Aquarius. Ooh, the Ace of Wands reversed. The hand coming out of the cloud, the gift from the universe. Perhaps this is, because it's reversed, like maybe the penny is finally dropping. Maybe you're finally going, I get it. I understand what I truly want in life. I understand what the goal is now, what the vision is. I thought it was this thing, but now it's something else. Now I finally get it. I've been wondering why it hasn't been happening for so long. And then you're like, aha, that's why. Because I haven't been doing it right, because it's not truly the thing that's meant for me, because I missed this piece of the puzzle, whatever it is. But I feel like there's this kind of, aha, I now know how to go and get my success. I was looking in the wrong place before. And I think it's that energy for you, Aquarius, and for me as Aquarius. I feel like you're finally getting it, and now you can head in the right direction, and you can really bring that shit into fruition. All right, okay, Libra. Libra, the Queen of Cups. You want to be trying new things out, like dipping your toe in the water, changing your terrain a little. You've worked damn hard to get where you are. You put up with a lot. And this cups a relationship, so it's people around you. You've worked damn hard to nurture, create, to be strong for the people around you. Now it's time for you to try and step out a bit, to try something new, to explore new people, to go and build new community, whatever it is. But I just feel like now is time for you to not prioritize everybody else, but to start prioritizing your own exploration, your own life, your own goals, your own vision. Yeah, just really dipping your toe in and trying something else, because you've done all the hard work and you deserve it. Okay, Cancerians. The Hermit reversed. Perhaps you have been spending a little bit too much time inwardly lately, whether that's physically in the house or whether you just feeling a little bit more introverted lately. But the Hermit lights the way, right? He holds that lamp and he carries that wisdom in that lamp. And when he's ready to emerge, He knows the way. He knows how to get there. And I feel like in this reverse position, that's that. You're starting to emerge from the cave. You're starting to see that light again. Feel that wisdom becoming useful. Feeling all of the retreating time that you've been doing starting to add up and to pay off. And if you remember the general energies, which is all retreat, 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 perhaps this is that, like, you know, you've done that part and you're coming out of that now and you're starting to realize the gift of that retreat, the gift of that hermit time and what it really means for you and how you can then move forward. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio, you need to learn to balance. Perhaps you're juggling too much at the moment. Perhaps, particularly like with maybe money, work, stuff like that. Perhaps it all just feels a bit of a balancing act. And it's time to figure out how to master that balance, how to really hone work-life balance, how to really stay stable in all aspects, you know, financially, physically, mentally. Like, how do you master that balance? What does that look like? So maybe some clear action planning for yourself around making sure that you don't burn out, making sure that your tower doesn't fall again, right? And just really getting clear about what balance and healthy boundaries look like for you. All right, Pisces. 9 of Cups reversed. I feel like you're sorting yourself out emotionally now. Perhaps you're finally starting to understand yourself a bit more and you're starting to understand, you know, the things you've gone through, why you feel the way that you feel. Perhaps you're just really getting good with yourself. And then there's this defensiveness that comes with that. But like I said, good, healthy defensiveness. Like, I'm good now. I'm not going to let anybody else in. I'm not going to let anybody else affect that. I'm not going to allow people to penetrate that and infiltrate me and change the way that I feel about myself. I feel good now. And it's really focusing in on that. All right. Well, thank you so much. Have a wonderful week ahead. Bye-bye.